Hey guys, it's Lori from the Watchman's Midnight Hour. And last night was a very eventful night, let me just say. For one thing, I do know because I had a cold, I was avoiding sweets. So I would say I was fasting sweets. Also, I chose not to drink coffee yesterday. I don't know, who knows if those play out, but in a sense, it was a form of fasting. And let's just say the Lord came on very strong last night. And I do believe it was warnings of what's to come. And the first it started off about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was outside of a building. I was in front of it. The building, from what I could tell, was dark. It was like at night, and there was no lights in the house. There was no lights in the window, through the door. And I noticed coming towards the front door and towards me, actually, was a wolf. And it was howling and growling. And then all of a sudden another one, and another one, and I realized it was a pack. And I began to get very fearful because I knew there's no way. I mean, I had a gun, actually, believe it or not. But I knew the gun would not work for a whole pack of wolves. So I was starting to like back towards the door and started to cry out for help. And I really was seriously crying out very loudly, very intensely. And little did I know I was actually doing that in bed. I was crying out. You know, you're trying to like break through into the reality of the realm of or I should say the realm of reality. There we go. And my husband heard me, and just as he was asking me, "What's wrong? What's wrong? Are you okay?" I saw a lion with a big mane come up between me and the wolves. Literally, when I saw the lion, I didn't see the wolves anymore. And it wasn't baring its fangs. It wasn't acting frightening, but I'm going to say in the midst of it all, like first you're thinking, oh man, a whole group of wolves are going after me. You're not going to be thinking that this lion has any good intentions either. But when I woke up, I was very thankful. The first thing I said to my husband was, oh, thank you for waking me up. Thank you for waking me up. And then as I pondered it, I really do believe it was the Lord who actually was coming to my assistance as a lion, going in between us, because he wasn't bearing his fangs at me. He wasn't coming at me like he was going to attack me. It was as if he came between me and the wolves. Then in the morning, around 8 o'clock in the morning, I was really exhausted because I had woken up. I was hurting a lot, tossing and turning. My back of my neck was hurting. I probably should have gotten up and gotten some meds, but I didn't. And the morning rolled around and I fell back asleep after my husband got up and he was, getting work going and everything. And I fell back asleep. And next thing I know, I am in another very odd situation. I'm going down our normal hill when you leave our house, and we're bumpity bumpity, we had kind of a rough road. And I get towards the bottom and there's this car that is literally, instead of going the vertical way it should go, it was going horizontal. It was sitting horizontal right in the way. And as I got close, all of a sudden, their rear of their car sprung open, and out fell a lot of stuff. And I thought, oh, whoops! Oh, I'm figuring they're struggling trying to get out of the driveway. So suddenly, a car behind me came up behind me and was acting like it was very urgent to get by. It was very, like someone was very strong about it. So I thought, well, I better get out and help them get the stuff in their car. So I jumped out and I'm starting to help them get things into their car. And the other car zooms in by me, gets around the one that was trying to get through. And all of a sudden I'm being grabbed and shoved into, I don't know if it was my car or if it was their car. All I know is I knew I was being abducted. I was being taken. When I pondered it later, I'm going to say it had a similarity to what happened with Hamas and Israel. So my concerns is that, well, let's just move on. All of a sudden I was like taken to this area that was very close to where I live, and I was barred in the place and I was being held hostage there. And I do believe at some point somehow I got freed. I don't know how, but all I know is when I woke up, I remembered it very clearly. Even right now I can remember it very well. So I do believe it's more of a vision method. I mean, a dream type of vision, but I think it's stuff coming. I do believe what God is showing me, that when we do get attacked here in America, that they're going to be teaming up in groups. and they're going to be doing a similar type of thing where they actually take people hostage. So I felt led that I'm supposed to pray, that we all are supposed to pray for all of those who get stuck in those situations where groups are coming against them, that God will free them and not let them be taken hostage. So it's a call to prayer. I think we all need to be praying. So let's get started. Let's pray for those who are getting in that situation where they're in danger and they could be taken hostage. Because God will intervene as long as we cry out to Him, as long as we seek Him at the moment that's stressful and scary. So, well, God bless you all. If you want to listen to more or read it more clearly, and distinct exactly how, I may not have been exact on how I shared it just now, but if you want to go to my blog, triumphantinTheLord.blogspot.com, feel free. And I will talk to you all later. God bless. Bye-bye.